Alright folks, so welcome back to another art stream. Probably going to be trying another dinosaur here very shortly. And today we're going to be listening to some electricity here by now. With any luck, there might be noise from the fan because it's pretty ridiculously hot. So, yeah, hopefully we'll enjoy this. So, if you want, come and join me, and feel free to chat me up on Twitch. So, share this out to Facebooks.
Sound is ringing, they don't know what they're missing. Legs ain't got time to lay low, your knees are bending, so it's time to get up and let go. Hey, brother, listen steady, put down your brick, you ready. It's hot, the things get messy.
Let's see here what's next. Metrodon. Monodon.
Can you move around the rhythm so we can get within just a round and get us a rock and roll round? Down, down, body, body, coming with the
Pachycepalosarus. That is really hard angle to draw. So cheap. Hey, dragon. Can you hear the music okay? Cantina song had a baby with the Mario thing. Yeah, kind of. It's electro swing, so it's kind of like the swing from the Cantina band, but it's a little bit more. Cool. Good to know. Thank you. It is hot today. Hot, hot, hot. Super hot. It's like 90 today. Sucks. Yeah, you left California right before a deluge. This year was lots of rain. Still, we actually might even have rain like Friday or Saturday, which is kind of shocking. Like, I don't know of anybody who was actually directly affected by that spillway being damaged, but even still, it was kind of like, holy crap.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
The spillway that happened, that was damaged from the rains, up in Sonoma, I want to say. I don't think I knew anybody who was directly affected by it, by the evacuation, but it was still, it was pretty crazy. No, I can't adjust my microphone. Here, let me adjust my microphone up a little bit. Maybe that's a little better.
Hello, Aladdin. Nice to have you on the show. Can we call you Al, or maybe just Din? Or how about Slotty?
Yeah, they were cut off. There's still actually a whole community out towards Santa Cruz that lost. Yeah, I always feel like I'm shouting, so I tend to like say a few words, think I'm loud, then taper off a while. But yeah, no, there's a spot out in between Santa Cruz and Monterey that's like it's a little tiny community, and it's only connected by one little bridge, and that bridge went out, so they were able to do a kind of temporary land bridge where people like climb this giant set of stairs, and then they've got a parking lot over there, and those people trek in and out, and then they hike in with any supplies that they buy. It's a little nuts. So yeah, Danny and Kim were also trapped out that way for a while. To the point where to like make it to a game, they actually had to drive all the way to like up Highway 1 to Half Moon Bay, not Half Moon Bay, to Half Moon Bay, up to Half Moon Bay, and then drive over the 92. Yeah, one of those bays. I'm just not happy with this eye here, so. Welcome back. Stay a while and listen. I discovered I could install Diablo 2 onto my MacBook Air. So now I have a game that I don't think I've ever beaten all the way through, like all 3 levels. But you know, I've beaten. Yeah, it was fun. I need to get it if I'm gonna really seriously play it, which I doubt. I'll need to get a mouse to do all the clicks. Went to Michael's and saw some of those terrain packs. Yeah. Yeah, I heard a lot of kind of bad things about Diablo 3. It was really kind of a sad thing because like there was so much. Like Diablo 2 was so good, and Diablo 2 or Diablo 1 was fantastic for what it was, right? Like I would actually argue that Diablo 1 still holds up in the current gaming environment, because even though it's just a dungeon crawl. Aside from a couple of rooms, the dungeon itself is pretty much completely randomly generated, which is fantastic. With Diablo 2, yeah, I mean, it is dated, but like really the only difference between Diablo 1 and Diablo 2 is Diablo 2 provided more story and than Diablo 1 and more environments for you to play in. 2 was fantastic. Like, I don't know. I think my biggest problem with 2 has been that it just, like, it feels that once you've beaten it and gotten the story, then it's really kind of static. Like, you have these different levels that you play through the levels, and the environments are expansive and huge and randomly generated within certain parameters, but it just feels like the same gameplay for hours after hours. So Diablo 1, like, while it was still several hours to get through, like, it wasn't days worth of playing. So, and the other thing about yeah, well, I mean, I never got past, I never got to try Diablo 3. In Diablo 2, what they did was you played it once on kind of basic difficulty, and then you could take all of your characters through again, and it would be, all of the monsters would be tougher, and all of the challenges would be harder, and all that stuff. And then again at 3rd level too, or the 3rd time. So there was a lot of kind of replay in it, and it just, like, there was so much landscape that you had to traverse that, and the kind of plot dungeons were pretty much identical every time, and that was kind of sad. Like, there were no randomly generated. Like in Diablo 1, there were a couple of places where you like, they had a couple of adventure or missions that could spawn randomly, whether, depending on how the dungeon was generated, like what parts of the dungeon generated. Yeah, and that's been kind of a feature of all of the Diablos. And that was actually another question, was did they include some cow level in Diablo 3? Because they did for Diablo 2. It was probably one of the greatest Easter eggs ever made. Rainbow Cloud Happy Creepy level? That's kind of disturbing. The cow level in Diablo 2 was a farm that you'd go to and kill lots of, I will Google it, lots of kind of, humanoid walking around cows with halberds. And every time you killed them, they literally said, boo, 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 which was hilarious and terrible at the same time. So... yeah, it's fantastic. It's just, I don't know. I think they missed a couple of points with Diablo 2, and from the sound of it, it basically took all that was wrong with Diablo 2 and made it worse in Diablo 3. Are these terrain pieces? Is Dwarven Forge the brand? Or is that the location? Oh, you're talking about just flat pieces to put the buildings on. Okay. Yeah, so one of the things that I've seen, one of the things that you could do, I don't know if GW still sells it, but if you're willing to do some work, you can buy movement trays. GW used to sell these flat plastic movement trays. Let me see if I can find it. Apparently not. That sucks. Warhammer shops. Interesting. Yeah, they used to have these things. So instead of these kind of thicker, nice square grid movement trays, you could buy just sheet plastic from a like a hobby store of some sort, any old hobby store, model shops, train shops, that kind of thing. Get like you can buy polystyrene sheets. Depending on the weight, you could glue. Like it'll depend on how flexible it is, and then you could like glue buildings to it if the buildings are more polystyrene plastic. Outside of that, I've seen people actually get fiberboard from like Home Depot, like press board that you might use for really cheap cabinet facing, and then they'll cut those to size, and then do like super glue things down on that. So, I mean, there's a couple of options. Just depends on how much work you want to put into it. Felt. Honestly, if you're gonna go with like pressboard, I found a lot of success with just gluing down sand. Like do a layer of sand glue, and then come back with like little tufts of grass sticking out of it. And if you want to get like hills and lumps of stuff, then you can just get like piles of epoxy putty, like Magic Sculpt, and do that to get the hill shape that you want before gluing sand to it. It doesn't take sand as much. So one of the things that you could do is take Magic Sculpt, press it into the hill that you want, and then take sand and push that into the Magic Sculpt while it's still soft. And this should give you enough texture to actually start gluing sand to it, additional sand to it once it dries. So yeah. Okay. I'd say his inks are done. Maybe. I am sitting here drawing on the dark, and I'm talking to people online. Yeah. People think the Pachycepalosarus here needs a hug. What do you think? Needs a hug. Does he look like he needs a hug? Alright. Yeah, Cat's here. My wifey is right here. She says hello. Hello, Cat. It's Angela. Oh, you can't hear it all? She says hello. I mean, you know, unless Cat wanted to come closer, then she might be able to be heard on my mic. Alright, we're gonna save that. Save. No, that's actually me on the channel as well. It allows me to see the chat. Alright, so what color should we paint the Packy? Dear Packy. Painted the last one brown. Did it green as well. Do really red, reddish brown. That's pretty dark though. That's not bad. Yeah, we'll go with that. What classes is Christian taking? Yeah, you should have seen Danny when she went back to school. Like, she actually started applying herself to school as opposed to, you know, when she was in high school. And it's like she discovered, holy crap, I have good grades, and I've got to maintain these good grades, and so totally started stressing out. Yeah. Well, for Danny, it was some, you know, what, 20 years between high school and college. So the changes in culture were a bit of a shock. Well, I don't know. I'm kept asking how many years, and I'm thinking, like, I graduated in '93, so 93 to 2000. We'll say 2013, just around it. So that's 20 years, so 22 years. So Angela, we need a name for the Packy. What should the Packy's name be? Prince Wobbleton? That's hilarious. Prince Woobleton. Woobleton. Prince Woobleton. Alright. Well, you know, I'm just reading quickly while I... Sorry, I totally misunderstood. Pachycepalosarus is not my design. Pachy has been around since, well, I don't know, since dinosaurs. So I can't claim the design. I'm just chibi-ifying the Pachy. What? Pachycepalosarus? Okay. I don't know. I like dinosaurs. That's right, I was looking up something else, and I don't remember what it was now, but it, like, apparently I've been pronouncing it wrong my whole life, like so many other words that I've only read. And it had an I in it that I pronounced as an I, but apparently it's more of an E. Just can't remember what it is right now. That's right. I'll see the word again, I'll be like, oh yeah, that one. Let's do that again. Story of my life. Yeah. Like, I'm usually pretty good at having the right pronunciation, but sometimes. Okay, so what color should Prince Woobleton's eyes be? Green would work. Be nice and contrasty. Well, his skin is so orange. Green would be a good kind of like not quite. What's the word? Complementary. Not quite complementary color.
Ship or train, gliding in my airplane. Here I come, there I go, town to town, show to show. Loser and a winner, savior and a sinner. Over land, undersea, the non-stop nobility. Gypsy, VIP, homeless royalty. Traveling, swing with bling, Joker Jack, Widow King. Gypsy, VIP, come and ride along with me. We can travel far and wide, it's up to you, you can decide. Motorbike, starry-eyed, hitching, hiking, joyride, truck stop, truckload, wizards of the open road, polyglot, polyphonic, like Superman, we're supersonic. First time, a last time, today is the right time. Gypsy, VIP, homeless royalty, traveling, swing with bling, Joker Jack, Widow King. Gypsy, VIP, come alive along with me. High class partying, all that we can do is sing.
That didn't work.
VIP, homeless royalty, traveling, swing with bling, Joker Jack, Widow King. Gypsy, VIP, come and ride along with me. We can travel far and wide, it's up to you, you can decide.
All right. This is the other cool part about this this program. I can select it like that, and then just delete the outer colors, and bam, there's Prince Woobleton. Prince Woobleton. Oh, that's interesting. Like that. Deer feet. Why are you colored in? No. Yes. That's weird. Normally I would pick that up. Prince Woobleton. Ta-da! Well, gosh darn it. Okay, so Prince Woobleton, once he's converted into the proper size, will be about that big-ish. Maybe that big, depending on how close you get. So, I think he looks good. And that's that. So, thank you for watching. I will catch you all later, and much love to you, Dragon. So you take it easy, and see you around on the next one.